think if there is a universal trait of money that's true for like not 100% of people, but let's say 90% of people, is that what people really want in life is independence and autonomy. I think no matter where you're from, what you do, what your aspirations are, that's a common denominator. That people just want to wake up every morning and do what they want to do on their own terms. And whether they're able to do that, whether that they can actually do that today or that's a goal, I think that's a universal trait among people is just independence and autonomy. And so to the extent that we can use money to gain that, to gain independence and autonomy, that is, I think, as close as it comes to a universal want and thing that we can use money for. The interesting thing to me is that among huge numbers of people, educated people, financial professionals, the purpose of money is to buy stuff. It's to accumulate more stuff, bigger house, nicer car, whatever it might be, which is great. I love all that stuff too. But to me, the the most powerful thing that money can do and the most universal benefit that it can bring us is systematically overlooked. Like using it for independence and autonomy is so overlooked. And that to me has always been kind of a sad thing that we are so accustomed and attuned to just wanting to use our money, whatever money that we have, whatever savings that we have, to go out and buy more stuff when we could be using it for freedom and autonomy. And then when you come to a period like in March and April of 2020 or October 2008, when millions of people lose their jobs, and you see during those periods, like the early day of COVID, how many people are just on the razor's edge of insolvency. And it does not take them much, 1 or 2 weeks of unemployment to be in a really bad financial spot, whether that's for an individual or a small business. It does not take them much to be thrown over the edge. And you realize how dependent so many people are on their jobs, their salaries, their customers in a short period of time. And there's just not a lot of room for error throughout most of the world. And I think for the huge majority of people, not everyone, but for the majority of people, there could be a lot more. And the reason that they don't want to have more savings is because to them, the knee jerk reaction is, why would I just keep my money in the bank or even invest it? Like the purpose of money is to go out and buy more stuff to enjoy my life. I get that. I understand it. But it's usually once every 5 or 10 years that people realize how important independence and autonomy is. And having that wealth that you have not spent, having the money that you haven't spent that was just laying around doing nothing, becomes the most valuable thing in the world when it lets you gain control of your time and just wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever the hell I want today. I think that's as close as it gets, Tim, to like a universal financial law.